Hey everybody, Karen from Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are going to be exploring UFO and UAP disclosure. Okay, so I did a poll and asked if who in this community thought that the governments are preparing us for a major UFO UAP disclosure, and then asked if you had questions for the lead team. So we're going to be answering your questions. So again, the question was, is the government preparing us for a major UFO UAP disclosure? There was 566 votes. 48 said yes. So 48% of the 566 said yes. 23% said no, so the government's not preparing us for it. 21% said not sure, and 7% said other. Okay, so today we're going to explore we're going to explore your questions regarding UFO UAP disclosure and who's actually driving it. All right. Almost half of you think the government is preparing us for a major disclosure, but your comments made it pretty clear that many of you don't necessarily think they're doing it willingly. So that's interesting. Mabel put, as she was, as AI ran your comments for me and then put that together. She said, and many of you don't necessarily think they're doing it willingly. And she put a smiley face with the cry tears, she thought that was funny. AI thought that was funny. So today we're going to ask the lead team about the government, the ETs, what's behind their recent releases, because that's been interesting. In fact, you guys, I think they've done 3 or 4 releases already. I only heard of the first one. That doesn't mean, it just depends on who I'm watching, but it seems like people, at least the people I'm listening to, are not that interested in this, because I didn't even know they did three or 4 other ones. I think they've done 3 or 4 total so far. You'll have to let us know in the comments what you guys have heard. So, what's behind the recent releases and what happens when disclosure is no longer something anyone can control? Because those are based on your questions, okay? So we have 18 questions and 4 personal questions. 2 from a member named Kay and 2 from Sab Documentary. So that's, Mabel gave me Sab, not Documentary. I don't know if that's a handle or what. So, okay, let's see. I got my little prayer. Make sure we're talking to the right people. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the lead team, our community, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. How's it going? Awesome. And I do have a package from the P.O. box we'll do at the end too, you guys. If I get those, then I've been doing them at the end of videos. So, okay. So lead team, we've got questions about UFO UAP disclosure. Is this basically from our soul families? Yes. Okay. That's to assume that we are, our soul family is coming from the UAP or the UFOs and UAPs. Yes. Okay. So, is there anything about this topic that would not be beneficial for us? No? Okay. Very good. If they wouldn't answer, just so you know, in case you're newer here, but there's been very few times, but there have been a few times where they wouldn't answer a question that I asked. And so that's pretty much how they protect just what's not intended for us to know at whatever time I asked it. I can't even remember what they were, but that has happened a few times. So, Okay, question number one. Again, these are questions coming from the community, not from me. All entertainment purposes only and allegedly. Okay. Number one, is the U.S. government currently preparing the public for a major UFO UAP disclosure event? Yes. Are other governments around the world preparing their citizens for a major UFO? No. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, so then that begs the question, yeah, they may be preparing us for a major UFO UAP disclosure, but is that legit? Will it be legit? Yes. Okay. Because now you have people who are coming out to say if they do it, it's a false flag, you know? So when and if it happens, I'm pretty sure we were told 2027 the last time we had a full conversation about this. Yes. Okay. Is that the current timeline still is in 2027? Okay, it's going to be wild. We'll get on with them. Or we'll all just have to be reaching into our own intuition on it, I think, you know. Okay, are the recent government releases of UFO UAP information part of an intentional disclosure process? Yes. So the US government is the only one really participating in this? Yes. Are they doing it by choice? No. Oh, interesting. So they are being required by galactic law, let's say? Yes. Oh, okay. So they're overseen by a law that's bigger than Earth law, let's say. Like they're being seen by spiritual law. Is it spiritual law? Yes. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Does the U.S. government currently know significantly more about UFOs and extraterrestrial life than it has publicly acknowledged? Yes. What about the rest of the world? What about other governments? Do they know significantly more? Yes. Okay. So they know, they're just not a part of the disclosure. No, which is weird, right? Why wouldn't they be a part of it? Is the U.S. government already in direct contact with extraterrestrial beings? Yes. Are the rest of the world governments in contact with extraterrestrial beings? Yes. Okay. So was it just planned that the US government leads the disclosure project, basically? Yes. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Are governments outside the United States also in direct contact with extraterrestrial beings? So I asked that one on my own, and then that was a question. So yes. Is pressure from extraterrestrial beings one of the reasons governments are releasing more UFO, UAP information now? Yes. Have extraterrestrial beings given governments a deadline or expectations for disclosure? Yes. I'm blinking. Okay. Are these extraterrestrials benevolent? Yes. Is it basically you guys? Yes. Okay. See, there's no really difference now that I understand, you know. So, it's interesting. It's very interesting. We will just have to wait and see what happens, right? Is the government trying to control the narrative around disclosure before it loses the ability to do so? Yes. I'm sure it has something to do with money. Everything just always has to do with money. It's so annoying. We really need to, yes, we really need to get rid of that as a motive for being on Earth, because once we do, then it really is the root of all evil. It really is. Don't you guys think? Maybe not all evil, but it seems to be. It seems to be. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about it. You know what? I'm going to do a poll that says, is money the root of all evil? And then see what you guys think. I got to write this down. That poll will come out in a week or so. All right. And then we'll see. And then you guys can ask questions about that if you're interested in, if you have questions. Okay. Is some of the UFO UAP information currently being released intended to distract the public from other issues? Yes. Okay. Well, I don't think that's very positive. Okay. Is the government intentionally presenting UFOs or extraterrestrial beings through a fear-based narrative? Yes. Well, how are they going to make those changes? That's the question. Well, if our soul families, basically the ETs, have expectations of them, wouldn't you have expectations that they do it in a way that is positive for humanity? Yes. Okay. So are you working to get this information out in a more positive way? Yes. Okay. Good. Let's see here. When I start asking extra questions, I get off track. I don't know which question I left off on. Does the government possess technology advanced enough to convincingly stage a false extraterrestrial event? Yes, they do. They do. Do you see that as a possibility for whatever disclosure we're going to be experiencing? No. Okay. So are you able to stop them from doing that? Yes. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. I just keep going back to Star Trek at this point. It's really fascinating. Okay. Is there currently a plan within the government to stage a false UFO or extraterrestrial event? No. Would they do it if they could? If they could do it, would they? Yes. Okay. But it is not at this point being planned? No. Has extraterrestrial technology already been reverse engineered and successfully used by humans? Yes. Probably all of it is my guess, because we probably, again, we just brought that here ourselves, Has technology originating from extraterrestrial beings been intentionally withheld from the public? Yes. Will genuine open contact with extraterrestrial beings occur independently of government disclosure? No. Okay, so they are working closely with the government. Well, it sounds like U.S. government. Yes. Can you imagine Trump in this? I just can't. I can't imagine how. I don't know. At least the forward-facing Trump is the one I can't imagine, but whatever. Will humanity experience major open contact with extraterrestrial beings within the next 10 years? Yes. Okay. I really do want to see this. I really want to be a part of this. All right, interesting. Will widespread UFO UAP disclosure significantly change humanity's understanding of who we are and our place in the universe? Yes. But I'm going to guess, just as I went through the last year of major nervous system disruption of learning a lot of things that I did not know about, we're going to have to help our fellow human beings, I think, because they're going to have some major nervous system, especially the religious stuff, if that ends up being the case, because of what they have just, it's hard to come face to face knowing that you've been lied to or manipulated, or the truth isn't what you thought it was, is very hard. We all know it. We've all had to come face to face with it at some point, right? Mine was just more recent. So, okay. So I've got 4 personal questions, but 2 of them are from Kay. So lead team, can you tap into Kay, please, in our community? Yes. Okay. Kay wants to know, was the experience I had years ago actually an experience of the 5th dimension? Yes. Cool. Will I experience that dimension again during this lifetime? Yes. Really picked up on the energy on that too. So wide swing on that. Very cool, Kay. Okay, Sab or Save Documentary asks, does my blood type have anything to do with my ability to see or experience beings such as ETs? What? Yes. Okay. I don't know, but apparently your blood type does have something to do with it. That's crazy. Okay, Sab or Save Documentary also asks, were the beings I used to see intentionally making themselves visible to me? Wow. Yes. Wow. Okay, well, you need to explain the blood type thing because I don't understand that. What do we need to know about that? So hopefully you'll explain a little bit more in the comments. Okay, I've got 1 package to open from the P.O. box. I have a couple more, but I'm saving them. I just do one at the end of each video. So I got something from Prime. Came to the P.O. box. Let's see what's in here. Okay. It is, a tarot card holder. Cool. Who's this from? Let's see. It's from our fairy godmother, Melinda. We hope this will be helpful for you to display the messages for each month. Oh, cool. It has 6 slots for each card that the lead team gives us for the month. Okay. Very cool, Melinda. Thank you. Melinda is our fairy godmother, you guys, in case you're Melinda Meyer. I think it's Meyer. So sweet. Let me see. Oh, very cool. Oh, it does. It has 2 rows right here. So you can do what? 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in the back. Very cool. And probably put some crystals right here. Love it. Thank you, Melinda, our fairy godmother. All right, I'll have it out. Oh yeah, they have a little display. So there's a little display. Oh, you can put a candle right there. Ooh, that's fancy. That's very fancy. 100% natural walnut wood. Very cool. Thank you, Melinda. All right, you guys, that's coming up in a week or so. So we'll get if you're new here, we do a monthly self-care video with the lead team where they pick a crystal for us for the month, a self-care message. We get a different being or ascended master or some divine feminine, somebody. I don't know how to label the entire group of them, but I use a couple decks, and they give us somebody that we could call upon besides just the normal, whoever we pray to normally. So that's kind of cool. And then we also ask for, last month I started doing this, a spirit animal. Right there is the crow spirit. See that card right there? That's from last month. That was crow spirit. So I do have that one sitting up on my mantle. And I did have a little tourmaline, I think it's tourmaline, crow as well. It's sitting, you probably can't see it, but it's right there. So anyway, so that comes up on the 1st of the month. I try to get it out on the 1st day of the month, so watch for that. And I will use my new holder for that. Very cool. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. It's leaving me with a lot more questions, I think, than we have answers, but as usual, right? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.